Welcome to New Bedtime Story. Pip's Great Berry Adventure. In a cozy little nest high in a grand oak tree lived a tiny squirrel named Pip. Pip loved to listen to the whispers of the wind through the leaves and wonder what lay beyond the familiar branches of his home. One sunny morning, he spotted something shimmering deep in the forest, a patch of berries, glowing a brilliant, never-before-seen shade of blue. Those must be the legendary moonberries. Pip squeaked to himself, his tail flicking with excitement. He knew the journey wouldn't be easy. The berries were far, past the whispering willows and over the gurgling stream. But Pip was determined. He gathered a tiny knapsack and a sturdy acorn cap for a hat, ready for his adventure. Pip scampered down his tree and into the part of the forest known as the Whispering Willows. The long, draping branches seemed to murmur secrets as he passed, making spooky shadows dance around him. He had to climb carefully, balancing on slippery roots and ducking under hanging vines, always keeping his eye on the distant blue glow. Soon, Pip reached the gurgling stream, too wide to jump. On the bank sat a large, sleepy badger, Badger Boris, who was using a fallen log as a bridge. HMPH, Boris grumbled, half awake. Another tiny creature trying to cross my bridge? Pip politely asked if he could use the log. Boris, seeing Pip's polite bravery, just sighed and shifted slightly, letting Pip scamper across his back. On the other side of the stream, Pip felt a bit lost. The blue glow was harder to see now. Suddenly, a bright butterfly with rainbow wings, named Flicker, landed on his nose. Lost, little one? Flicker buzzed kindly. Pip explained his quest. I know where those berries are. Flicker chirped, and offered to guide Pip through the confusing thickets. Flicker led Pip to a steep, rocky rise. It looked daunting for a small squirrel. Pip had to use all his climbing skills, finding tiny cracks for his claws and leaping from one stone to another. Flicker flew ahead, encouraging him with cheerful flutters. It was hard work, but Pip remembered the shimmering blueberries and pushed on. Finally, after much climbing and scrambling, they reached the top. And there it was, a breathtaking patch of the most vibrant, shimmering blueberries Pip had ever imagined. They glowed softly, casting a gentle light on the leaves around them. It truly looked like a piece of the moon had fallen to earth. Pip carefully picked a few of the precious moonberries. They tasted like sunshine and starlight. He decided not to eat them all himself. He knew these special berries would be wonderful to share. He filled his tiny knapsack, thanking Flicker for her help. With his knapsack full, Pip began his journey home, retracing his steps. The Whispering Willows didn't seem so spooky anymore, and even Badger Boris gave a little grunt of approval as Pip waved goodbye from the log. The forest felt friendlier now that he had been on an adventure. Back in his cozy nest, Pip's family was overjoyed to see him. He proudly presented the moonberries, and they all shared the magical fruit, their faces glowing in the soft blue light. Pip knew this was just the first of many grand adventures he would have, and he smiled, already wondering, what if? The end. Thank you, subscribe for more.